Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome back and thank you so much for being here, waiting to happen. So let's just delve into it because Madam Yinka Tyson is not playing, okay? She's dropping, this woman has been itching to give her side of the story. This woman, and that's the one thing that I have noticed for some time, like she's been itching to tell her side of the story, to really expose, and now she's really doing it. So she did a post. I can't find it on her page, so shout out to LIB for like clipping that. So she did a post, basically, I guess she just realized allegedly that it was Linc himself that released that video where she was begging for his bola. So, and how did we know? The only way that I personally knew it was Linc that released it was, remember yesterday when we were talking, that DPA guy, DPA family law guy, when the guy was basically, um, when the guy said it. So that was how I personally knew that it was Linc. So we're not sure. You have to take everything with a bag of salt because people lie, okay? But people like Yinka, they don't necessarily care to know if his story is true or not, as long as the narrative fits whatever narrative that they are trying to portray. And that's what they typically go by. So take all of this with a bag of salt. Who actually released the video, we don't know. It could also be Linc who released it. Nobody knows. But at least I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But yeah, as soon as she realized that allegedly it was Linc that released the video, she went off. Again, this is something that she's been meaning to do for some time. She's been meaning to like expose Linc for some time and expose, especially when it comes to the monetary support, the financial support that she rendered. She's now be given, the opportunity to do that because this is what she posted. So she said, shout out to Lelabi. So she says, I found out that Linc Edochie is the one who released my video and I am holding him responsible for everything happening to me. Madam, you are always looking for somebody to hold responsible because the concept of you taking responsibility for your own actions is very foreign to you, Madam Yinka. The concept of holding yourself accountable is like something that is impossible, and so you look for somebody to hold on to, look for somebody to blame. Anyway, let me keep reading. She says, I found out that Linc Edochie is the one who released my video, and I am holding him responsible for everything happening to me. A nasty man who I felt was good. Mm. Remember, for a very long time, let me pause and say this. For a very long time, even when people will come in her DM or in her post and they'll be saying, stay away from the Edochie men, they are not good men, and blah, blah, blah. Remember how she will always defend Linc. Do you get? She will always say, oh, he's not a bad man, he's a good man, da da da. Personally, I think the reason why she was doing all of that was because she didn't want to lose on all ends. She was still holding on to hope that they might reconcile, they might get back together. And so it was in her best interest to not go full blast on him and whatever. So she was still defending him. She was doing a poor job of it, but she was still defending him to some degree. Anyway, let me keep reading. It says, let me start over. I found out that Linc Edochie is the one who released my video, and I'm holding him responsible for everything happening to me. A nasty man who I felt was good. I kept making excuses for him. What kind of evil is this? The first time we connected, you told me you had not seen your children for over a year due to financial reasons. I facilitated that. You told me how much what I did has restored your dignity with your ex wife. That was the start of our relationship. Pause. What kind of a woman? Hi, that Mama Five. Hi. Hi. That Mama Five says, I was surprised to read on her page that Linc released the video. I think she may have heard that from what's this guy's name? The DPA lawyer guy, because that's the place I heard it the first time, you know. Immediately I saw that, I went to Link's page to try and see if it's still there. I didn't find the video. So, but yeah, I guess she was raising hell. She contacted the two people that she admittedly sent the video to, and I guess it was either one of them or both of them that told her that they did not release it. But yeah, that was not nice of Link, but I also see why he would have released it, because she's going around talking about he's bad in bed, he's not, like, you not get money, you not get sex. So I think it was something that he felt he needed to do to restore his reputation, because she kept saying all these things that he was not good in bed, that anybody that wants to go and test him out should go and test him out, and so I guess that's why she felt like, if I was not good in bed, why did you then send me this video crying and talking about how you miss the love making, talking about how you're missing rib and rah rah rah. The whole situation is just wild, honestly. So she says, a nasty man who I felt was good. I kept making excuses for him. What kind of evil is this? The first time we connected, you told me you had not seen your children for over a year. Due to financial reasons, I facilitated that. You told me how much what I did has restored your dignity with your ex-wife. That was the start of our relationship. So this was what I was going to react to. How can you meet a man like, will Yinka ever take any kind of responsibility? Will she ever? How can you meet a man and then the first thing the man tells you is that, oh, he has not seen his children in over a year due to financial whatever, whatever, and then you open your purse and you give this man money? Obviously, you were the one that made the whole situation, the whole relationship about money. You wanted to flex. You saw a man that you thought was free. You saw a man that you thought, I can just trap this one. I will just use money to entice this one. You felt like this man is going to give you hope of not being alone in the future. And this is what happens. A lot of people, they do this, and it applies on both ends, both genders. Men do it, women do it. They meet somebody that they like, and immediately they start trying to use money to like tie that person down, supporting them financially. And some might stay, not because they love you or they want to stay, but because there is a financial incentive for them to stay. There is a financial benefit, and they have become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and they cannot go back to the life they had before. So they will stay. And every time that they feel like they need something from you, they'll use leaving. They will threaten to leave just so that you can open your purse again. And so I hope this is a lesson to all those women out there. It never ends well. You cannot use money to entice somebody, man or woman. You cannot use money. You can't, because they're going to get used to it. Now the day where you not give them, now that day, now you go do bad thing. No. Now that day, now then go no say you don't be bad person. No. They will forget that you've been carrying them the entire time throughout the relationship. And I also think it's just so desperate for a woman to be like, here's my purse, here's money, boo, 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 boo. You've based the entire relationship on money. There is no love, na money. You are enticing them because you want to keep them around. You want to keep them around. So, yeah. Mm. Continuing, she says, That was the start of our relationship. Why would you want to destroy me? I don't understand. You wanted me off social media, yet you can't stay off social media. The reason why he wants you off social media is so that he can eat his cake and have it too. You know, if you're on social media, you'll be in his comment section, commenting on every post, letting people know that you are still in his life. That's the reason why he wants you off, because he wants to eat his cake and have it. He wants to continue to move like a single guy, talking to women and courting other women privately while being in a relationship with you. Do you get? And so, if you are not on social media, you will not be in his comment section commenting for all these other women. He's, to see you and be like, but she's still commenting, she's still in your life, blah, blah, blah. So, he wanted to eat his cake and have it. So he wanted to play you, he wanted to play a game with you, he wanted to mess you up. So that's why he wanted you off social media. Anyway, continuing, she says, "What is my offense? I am supporting your younger brother. Um, what is my offense? I'm supporting your younger brother. What is your issue with your younger brother? I ask you to make peace with him and stop following his ex around. That is my offense." You see what she's doing here? She is trying to drive a wedge between two siblings. That's what she's doing right here. Because otherwise, none of this is necessary. All these, I told you to stop your what is my offense? She's basically trying to make it seem as though the issue that Linc has with him is because he supports Juju Austin and you, Edochie. That is what she's trying to do. She's trying to drive a wedge between two brothers. Now that she and Linc are guaranteed never to get back together. She's trying to fully align herself with Yul and Judy Austin by making it seem as though she and Linc are having issues because she's defending you. It is a strategy. But the truth is, that's not the case. That's not why. She's a woman rejected, and she doesn't want to come to terms with the fact that she's been rejected by this man, and so she's trying to like make it about everything else except for what it actually is. None of these people are good people, okay? None of these people are good people. Linc is not a good person. Yinka is not a good person. The only people that I pity are the ones who end up being collateral damage in the Yinka and Linc's situation. People like MAJ0R, Edochie, and Amaka, Linc's ex-wife. Those are the only people that I actually feel any kind of pity on. Because these two, Linc and Yinka, they are not good people at all, not by a stretch of the imagination. They are not good people, Yinka and Linc. But yeah, she's now trying to make it seem as though the big part of the problem is that she is supporting and defending Linc. That's the thing that she's going to hold on to now. When in reality, it was just the drama. I'm sure that Linc may have, confided in her and told her things about their relation, about May, and but the way she went all out after May, unless of course Linc has like a direct issue with May, he's not going to sit for it. He's not going to sit. Like, I don't think he asked her to do that. I don't think he asked her to go after May the way that Yinka went after May. And nobody, regardless of whether May Nation is afraid of May Nation or whatever, Anybody with common sense will think and be like, why is she doing this? I didn't ask you to do this. If you want to defend me and defend my family or whatever, then do that. But releasing information about May, like that is not okay by any standards. Nobody, again, unless of course Linc has a direct issue with May. Unless of course Linc has a direct issue with May, he's not going to sit for the way Yinka went after May. Nobody's going to sit for it because it's crazy. You don't know this person from a hole in the wall. You don't know her from anywhere, but you carry the matter for head like government work. You don't know them. You've only been dating this man for a few months. You sacrificed everything for this man. Hi, Bon Divine. Bon Divine says, Jade, hold on. Your video yesterday had me laughing in the store like I was cray-cray. That's funny. Like, you don't have any issues with this woman. You don't. So why would you? Nobody is going to fall for that. Nobody is going to sit for that kind of madness. You know, you've only known this person. Like, Yinka literally sacrificed everything. She sacrificed her finances. She sacrificed her dignity. She sacrificed everything. Within a few months of being in a relationship with this man, no, that's on you, madam. That's on you. That's a you problem. That's a you problem, oh. And so now she's trying to make it seem as though Linc doesn't like that she's defending Linc's brother. Again, trying to drive a wedge, trying to bring division among two brothers. What are you going to gain? Because you cannot take responsibility for how you fumbled the bag. If you saw Linc as a bag, honey, you fumbled that bag. You fumbled that bag. If Linc was a bag, which I think based on how you are reacting, he is to you, you fumbled it when you did it all on your own. You cannot blame anybody but yourself for the outcome of your relationship with Linc. It was too early. The way that this woman got involved, you would think that she had been in a relationship with Linc since forever. In fact, there are women who are married to men in that family who did not get involved. You that just came in and now you're trying to knock two brothers' heads against each other, threatening to release information that Linc may have told you about you. What are you gonna gain? And the Linc said this serves you right. What kind of a person? So you're using your family matter to play love because you want to come to America. Shame on you, Oga. Very useless man. Like I said, none of these people are good people. Okay. And this is why I cringe when I see people say, Linc should go and do Thanksgiving. Oh, he dodged the bullet. Oh, no, he didn't dodge nothing. Now God exposed them. Yinka is his Waterloo. Yinka is his karma. I'm sure the things that he tried with Yinka, he's been doing with other women. A lot of them are too embarrassed. They don't get shame. Sorry, there's a lot for them to lose if they come out and talk about what Linc did to them. But Yinka cannot get shame. You cannot shame the shameless. I'm sure there are so many other women that this man has done this to who are just hiding. They'll just be praying that one day you're going to jam your Waterloo. You're going to meet your karma. And he did. I don't think he's a good guy. I think he's been playing women. I think he's a gigolo. And this is just my personal opinion based on the way that Linc moves. The men in that family, honestly, I saw a ridiculous post about somebody saying the men in this family, they are bringing shame to Pete Edochie. Come on. Let me not even go into Pete Edochie because this is not about him. But we have all seen and heard some of the things that comes out of Pete Edochie's mouth. And from every indication, he doesn't seem too respectful of women either. So, but again, this is not about Sir Pete Edochie, okay? But anyways, so continuing, Yinka said, you broke our relationship online to embarrass me. After our last conversation, when I told you I was having trust issues and would have, and when I told you I was having trust issue and would have you sign a prenuptial, you blocked me and went online and made it about me. So pause. So here she's claiming that she wanted a prenuptial agreement and he blocked her and went online and made it about me. Madam, it's like all of you are making this thing about me. Honestly, that's the vibe that I'm getting. All of you are making this about me. Madam, at what point did you realize that prenuptial agreement was an issue? Was it before, after you allegedly funded the entire relationship, spending upwards of tens of millions of naira? Was that when you realized that you needed a prenuptial agreement? All of you are making this about me. All of you are using me as a yardstick to like to do whatever it is to carry out whatever vindictiveness that you have, whatever deceit that you have. You guys are all using me because just like you are saying that he made it about me, you also making it about me. Because before traveling to Nigeria, you should have thought about prenuptial agreement. Why did he have to take recent events for you to realize that you have trust issues, oh, prenup, oh, including you. You people are all using me. May head go worry now. Honestly, the way we not they use me. Hmm. So you may you block me. Let me see. Where was I? After our last conversation, when I told you I was having trust issues and would have you sign a prenuptial, you blocked me and went online and made it about me. I sent a video begging you. Now you release to the world to punish me more. Pray tell, have I not been good to you? Why can't you let me walk away with my dignity? My people, if you want to learn how to be a manipulator, if you want to learn how to play the victim in the circumstances that you created, just follow Madam Theisen. Follow Madam Yinka Theisen, and you will get all of the knowledge that you need on how to be an expert manipulator, on how to be an expert victim. Okay? That's all you need. How can you say Linc has yet to say one thing really, when it comes down to it, it is this woman that is bringing everything out, this same woman that is using emotional blackmail and many other kinds, in my opinion. So yeah, if you want a crash course on how to be a manipulator, just watch this woman, just read what she says and see how she plays the victim in situations that she orchestrated. It is amazing. It is amazing. Linc hasn't said, I think the only main action that Linc has taken really is if it is in fact true that he's the one that released the video. I think that would be like the only main action that he has taken since this whole debacle started, releasing the video. Honestly, the man has largely, not really said a word. She's the one coming out to expose things and say things, but all of a sudden, he's the one not letting her walk away with her dignity, madam. Sheesh, now wow. Now wow. Mm. Anyways, continue reading. She says, I told you about my pain from a previous relationship with a Nigerian man. You promised to protect me. What are you? You promised to protect me. What you're doing is worse than any man has ever done to me. What is my offense, Linc Edochie? Do I deserve this? Mm. I would like to be a fly in the wall, or at least I would like to hear from the so-called Nigerian man that she had, that she had this pain with. I would like to hear what that one has to say about this. So, because again, judging by everything that we know about Yinka, she's never responsible for anything. It's somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. So, yeah, it'll be good to hear from the so-called Nigerian man to like hear his side of the story. So continuing, she said, you came on strong and I thought it was love. You would think that by now, after your previous experience, you'd have been more cautious to not jump on the bandwagon, believe in everything. Okay, you came on strong and I thought it was love. It was all about coming to America. Well, you made it easy for him when you dangled that thing. Even in the video that you released, you were still dangling American green card and American residence at his face. Because, yeah, and then you met a man and he told you he had not seen his children in over a year because of financial situation, and you sent him money, you facilitated that according to you. And then you think what? You've already based that whole relationship on what he can get from you, what you can do for him. Don't start crying now. The foundation of the relationship was basically based on give and take. You give and he takes. And that includes money, and that includes coming to America, and that includes everything else. You give and he takes. So why are you moaning and groaning now? Anyways, let's keep reading. She says, it was all about coming to America. I am not the first woman you are doing this to, but I promise I will be the last. I actually believe that. I actually believe that she is his karma. All the other women that he may have done this to, who have prayed silent prayer and public prayer and whatever, that God should send Linc his karma. I'm sure that they are looking at all of this and they are saying, thank you, Lord, for the answered prayers. Because I believe when she said it, I definitely believe that she's going to be the last one he does this to, the last one he tries this with. So continuing, she says, strange women coming out on social media to warn me that you tried to use them. You told me to ignore them and had a story for each incident. You told me to ignore them and had a story for each incident. I asked you what happened in your previous marriage. You said your ex was on drugs, did not take care of the kids, and was sleeping around. I should have run when you told me that your ex-wife Amaka was better suited for your younger brother and you would not have hurt Mary the way he did. Something is clearly wrong with you. So you see this last paragraph where she said, I should have run when you told me that your ex-wife Amaka was better suited for your younger brother and you would not have hurt me. What she's trying to now paint is a picture that Linc is somehow in love with May. That's the narrative, that's the picture, that's the narrative that she's trying to like push now. That Linc is maybe in love with his brother's wife, May. That's my interpretation of this. But let me know what you guys think in the comment. This whole situation is wild and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I am here for it. I am here for everything that she wants to expose about about Linc. Like I said, none of these people are good people. They are not good people. Okay? And they deserve everything that they are experiencing right now because they are not good people. Again, the only people who are going to be collateral damage in their madness are people like May and Amaka, we don't even know if Amaka is yellow or red, but her name is all over this woman's mouth. Like, it's crazy to me. It is wild. So those are the only people that are going to be collateral damage, but so I'm here for everything that Yinka has to say. I have no dog in this particular fight, which means I'm going to be speaking, giving each other basbos as I think they deserve. But let me know what you guys think in the comment, like and share. I will catch you later.